Greetings. My name is Kila Baruti Shakur. I'm the appointed spokesperson on behalf of the Free Rakem Balogun Defense Committee. Today, on this day, January 3rd, 2017, we are here to bring you information in regards to the matter of Rakem Balogun, also known as Christopher Daniels. Rakem has been kidnapped by the FBI. This kidnapping and this captivity that has taken place, we are here to say that we will not tolerate it. We are accompanied by members of Guerrilla Mainframe and also community supporters, grassroots organizers who understand that this attack on Rakem Balogun is also an attack on all. As we dawn today in memory of Martin Luther King Jr., whose birthday is coming up, we remember that justice to one is an injustice to all. So on this day, we want to confront the U.S. government and its law enforcement agents, namely the FBI, to let them know that we will not stand for this type of captivity, that we will not stand for the genocide that has been placed as the victims of African people. We will not stand for this. Rakem Balogun was kidnapped on December 12, 2017, where they kicked in his door at 4 a.m. and kidnapped him. In this kidnapping, they also seized his property. He is currently being held without any charges. He is currently being held with no bond. He is currently being held in what we call and identify the prison industrial slave complex. What led to this kidnapping? Rakem Balogun is an active member in his community. Rakem Balogun, he practices self-defense. He practices hand-to-hand combat. He trains and teaches people to arm themselves against their aggressors. Today we identify those aggressors, namely the U.S. government and their agents. What led to this day? They said that they did not like Rakem Balogun's social media posts. They did not like his demonstrating armed self-defense in the streets. Some of the slogans that were slurred that Rakem and others marched and demonstrated. Some of the speeches were things such as oink oink bang bang. There's no such thing as a good pig but a dead pig. I'm not armed, but I can tell you that there is no such thing as a good pig but a dead pig. What is a pig? A pig is a terrorist that works for the police state, that victimizes African people, that terrorizes African people. There is a such thing as a pig. The pig is the African people enemy. The pig is the oppressed people enemy. People who live in communities like the ones that we stand, that are constantly being harassed by the pig. That statement that was made is within Rakem's freedom of speech. It is his right, according to the First Amendment. And even if there was no First Amendment, it's within his human right to be able to express that very truth. There is no such thing as a good pig, but a dead pig. So because of this statement, these things that they seen on social media, and also that was recognized inside of the courtroom in the hearing, they decided that they wanted to kidnap Rakem. But it took them 28 months to do so. They followed him everywhere, to work, to school, to family houses, to trainings, all of these different places for 28 months. Never did they see him commit a crime. Never did they see him practice any acts of aggression that compromise anybody's life or threaten anybody's life, not even their law enforcement agents. What they did is they followed him on the days of November 17th and 18th, 2017 to the airport, where he was making moves to politically educate the people, which is his duty. And here they decided to steal his luggage, where he had to report his luggage stolen, and allegedly they said that he was in illegal possession of a firearm. So this is the bogus charge that they used to kidnap Rakem to justify their illegitimate actions. Now, why do I say it's bogus? I say it's bogus because that very same item that was it in his hand, give it back to him with a receipt and an apology for lost luggage. And for 3 weeks he had it in his possession, but they decided to kick in his door and kidnap him. But when they went to his house to retrieve that very item, the thing that they wanted to actually do was kill him. But because he was not violent, because he was peaceful, because he was a sound mind and body, because he was smart, he did not present that opportunity to them. So instead, they kidnapped him and justified it with this bogus act. Now they're holding him saying, well, based off of his social media and different things like this, and then the weaponry that we found on him, this alleged illegal possession of a firearm, we consider him a danger to the community. But in the 2 years and 4 months that they had been following him, there was no danger presented for them to even put their hands on him. So how could this be? How could this be? So we see this as a blatant attack on not only Rakem, but on the African people here in the Dallas community and the United States and the world over. It's an abuse of power. It's an abuse of power, and the foremost thing that they want to do is to stop the programs of Guerrilla Mainframe, to stop the programs of organizations like George Jackson University, to stop the building of institutions, to stop self-determination. The people have a right to defend themselves. And I will say to you and everybody the world over that we need people to understand this, and we need people to stand up and defend their right, and we need people to continue to organize and go out in their communities. We need people to go out and make sure that they bear arms when they need to, when they want to. We must self-govern ourselves. We must be a self-determined people. And no FBI can intimidate us. No ATL forces can intimidate us from this very thing that we so desperately need. We understand, Rakem understands that as he went out every day, that they were somewhere around. This is new. They labeling him as a black identity extremist. This is anybody who is anti-police terrorist, but not only somebody that's against it, but stands up against it. He was that person. And any person who speaks out against this very structure is a threat to this very structure, namely the U.S. government. They must protect their wealth. They must protect their profit. So they build jails. They build institutions. They build places and camps to enslave you. 2018, their goal, their mission, their motto is for you to be enslaved. And Rakem understood this. And when he told people that made him a threat to them. So they had to kidnap one of the strongest so that you would be afraid, so that you would not go out and organize. But I tell you today that we will not stop organizing and we will not be defeated.
All power to the people.
All power to the people.